Hi everybody, I'm Sable Danielle and I'm a human design coach and sound healer, and today I'm here to talk about manifestors and relationships. In our last couple of episodes, we spoke about projectors and relationships, generators and relationships, manifest generators, and today we talk about manifestors. So let's just remember that manifestors are the lone wolves of the human design aura types. They are rare, first of all. A small percentage of people are manifestors. They like to do things by themselves. They like to be uninterrupted when creating or trying to manifest or complete a goal or task. They don't like to be controlled. They don't like authority. They don't like to be questioned. They don't like to feel like they have to ask for permission. Those are all energies that naturally run through them. And so they are very resistant to being told what to do. Sometimes power struggles can come up in relationships, or their partners may not understand why they don't want to be disturbed, or why they're not paying attention to them, or why they're so angry with them, because a manifestor is not self-emotion, is anger. So when they feel slowed down, when they feel controlled, when they feel like they're being told what to do, a lot of their emotions may come out as anger, and their partner may feel that, and that may cause some issues. So just remember that if you're dating a manifestor, that they need their space. They need their space to create and be undisturbed, and to allow them to have that space. They are born with that energy within them. They need that. And in order to have a balanced manifestor who isn't angry because they feel slowed down, or they always have to answer your questions or appease your timeline, let them work. Let them be uninterrupted. But manifestors should also remember that they need to inform their partners or their loved ones of their goals and what they're about to do, or when they want to have an uninterrupted time to complete a task, because nobody can read minds. So if you're expecting to be uninterrupted and you're dating a projector or a reflector who wants some time, or wants to talk to you, or maybe has some questions about what you're going to do, inform them so that you can be uninterrupted. They can understand what you're doing. They can feel supported and included in what you're doing. You can feel supported in the way that you need to be supported, which is being left alone rather than having to explain to people how they can help. That's one way and one thing to remember when you're in a relationship with a manifestor. Manifestors are initiators. They initiate things. They take action. They have clear intentions. Usually they make the first move. So that's pretty good. If you, let's say a manifestor is dating a generator. Generators need something to respond to. They need to have that sacred center triggered for them to decide if something is aligned or not. Generators aren't meant to initiate things. So if they're dating a manifestor who's going to initiate, then they're always going to have something to respond to. And their energies kind of balance out. Generators have tunnel vision when they're working on something, and also don't really like to be interrupted. They can deal with it a little bit better than manifestors, but they don't typically like to be interrupted when they're working. They just want to work and exhaust their energy doing that, and they need their loved ones to understand that. Whereas manifestors, they don't want to be interrupted. So if I'm working and you're working, I get it. Generator, you might have more energy than me because you have that defined sacral sensor, but we make a good team, because although I need to take more breaks, we can work together to get things manifesting and get the ball rolling and bring things into fruition. So that's important. Also, since manifestors don't really like being controlled, or like being told what to do, or feeling like they're losing control or losing the authority in their life, it's not best to like nag them. And that's why it's also important for manifestors to inform, because rather than having to answer questions like, where have you been? What are you doing? Like, why are you being so distant? A manifestor can explain, hey, I'm working on this. I need some time by myself. I'll let you know when I'm done. I'll let you know when we can go get some food. I'll let you know when it's time for our movie. Those are pretty crucial, because if you're in a relationship and you think that someone just doesn't want to pay attention to you, and really they just need time to get done what they need to get done so that then they can focus all their energy on you, that's way different than just thinking, man, my partner's always working. They don't give a damn about spending time with me. They always just work and come home, and then we just whatever. They don't even talk to me throughout the day. I tried to ask them if I could help them. They don't want my help. Like, no, they don't want your help, because let's say you're a projector, you're going to slow them down, because projectors don't have that energy to just keep going, or, well, manifestors actually don't have that energy either. So that's really for a manifest generator or a generator. But manifestors are very goal orientated. And if they want to do something by themselves, that's going to be hard for the projector to comprehend and understand if that's not communicated. So remember that as a manifestor, please. It's okay to, let's say generators have an open aura and manifestors don't. They don't like being told what to do. They kind of like to do things by themselves, whereas generators, they like to network. They like to have teamwork. They like to work with others. And generators, if you're like, let's say you're dating a manifestor, just be patient with your manifestor and create a safe space for them to know that it's okay for them to be vulnerable. It's okay for them to open up. It's okay for them to, let's say, open up their aura to receive you into their life or their energy or their aura, because naturally it's just kind of resistant and they may just push you away. So, or it may take them a while to open up or be vulnerable. So just be patient and create a safe space for your manifestor to know that it's okay for them to be open. Also, I would say dating a manifestor, you have to know that they're rare. They have unique ideas. They are inspiring. They have a lot of unique, creative, one-of-a-kind thoughts. And so you may not necessarily understand them if you're dating a manifestor, or manifestor, you may not necessarily be understood right away. It takes some time for the people around you to catch on to your vision or what you're trying to say, because your thoughts are kind of way ahead of others, and your thoughts inspire others. So don't feel bad if the people around you don't necessarily get your vision or get what you're trying to say. That's what makes you you. That's what makes you unique. And the world needs people like you. So don't ever forget that. Also, it's not easy to get to know manifestors. Like I said, they have a closed off aura and they kind of are lone wolves. So once you create that space for them and let them know that it's okay for them to be vulnerable and open up, I think you can see a truer side of them, because manifestors can come off kind of like harsh or blunt. They're very direct. Their energy is very just straightforward, and that doesn't make them a bad person. That just makes them a direct, blunt person. Not everybody can handle direct bluntness, especially if they're not used to that, or they don't know that I'm just speaking to you at face value rather than speaking at you, trying to make you feel bad or degrade you or any of those things. So remember that manifestors, you are straight shooters. You can have a sharp tongue, but your partners shouldn't take that to heart. However, that's also not an excuse to just use your sharp tongue, okay? Like, we recognize that your energy is strong and blunt and straightforward, but you also have to recognize that maybe you're a sensitive projector or reflector may not always be able to handle that straightforwardness. So just try to find a nice balance or middle ground. Those are the major keys that I have right now for manifestors and relationships. And if you found that useful or helpful, or you resonated with anything, drop a comment below. If this is very intriguing to you and you want to dive deeper into your human design or your partner's human design, please look at the description box on my channel. You can click on my website and schedule an appointment with me, because I do offer one-on-one coaching for human design, where we can dive into a couple's human design and compare the charts and see what energies align, what energies don't align, where your growth areas are, and how you guys can have clear communication, better understanding of one another, and just improve the foundation and health of your relationship through understanding each other on a deeper level, understanding yourself on a deeper level, understanding your partner, so that you guys can become two individuals that know how to flow together cohesively and honor each other and honor each other as individuals. So tap in, drop some comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check that description box. Schedule a consultation with me. I also provide sound baths if you're into that. Check out the services on my website. And I appreciate y'all for being here and listening. Hopefully this helps. Tap in. I'll talk to y'all next week.